everybody. My name is Miss Shea. I am a first year teacher and I am a pre-K teacher. And I have been extremely blessed by this community. I was welcomed in right away and I just felt very loved. And I wanted the opportunity to pass on that blessing and hopefully encourage some of you this week. So, in my personal study, I recently reread the book of Ruth, and I was just reminded about how much God is in the details of our lives. You know, He could have just made creation and then just sat back and said, all right, have at it, and left us to our own devices. But He didn't. And He sent His Son, and He died for us because He loved us that much. And so if you haven't read the book of Ruth in a while, I'd encourage you to go back and read it. But one thing that stood out to me was that God was rarely mentioned in the story. And yet it is so clear that every single thing that happened was laid out, and God had a plan in that whole thing, and He knew exactly what was going to happen, and it's amazing. So I would encourage you to go back and read that and just find all those things that God was in those details, even though His name isn't mentioned. And so I just think that was really encouraging for this time in particular. We don't know what's going on, but I know that God is working and He's in the details. And I mean, we might ask ourselves, I don't see it. Our whole world is in a crisis, and it's crazy. But you know, I've been able to see God work in an encouraging word from a family member or a smile at the just the right time. And I've seen God's handiwork in the sunsets that He paints every night, and I just get to sit back and enjoy that. And I've been able to reconnect with friends that I haven't seen in a very long time. And you know, those air hugs are oftentimes very, very nice. And you know, we might not be able to see God's plan right now, and we might not be able to see those details being woven together for His purposes. But you know, hindsight is 2020, and a few years from now, we'll be able to look back and see and say, hey, this is how God worked in this time. And I firmly believe that, and I am trusting in that. But you know, right now, in the midst of it, I believe in a God that can see the future, and He sees the big picture, and that, my friends, is worth trusting in. So I want to leave you with a challenge. Sometime in the next week, I want you to just take some time and just reflect on the time that you've had, and just pick out a few things that, you know, where have you seen God work in those details? Maybe set an alarm so you can be intentional about that time. Just take some time in prayer. Maybe just read your Bible and figure out where you've seen God work and move in your time that you've been distance learning. So I hope that this has been an encouraging word, and I just hope you have a great rest of your week. So, bye!